Welcome back. This is the Postgame show presented by the Maroon Club, enhancing 23 Division I sports. Join the Maroon Club today. And our players of the game presented by Coca-Cola. Experience the Coke side of life. Ryan Pettit and TJ Berger are with Hayden Bandel. Here they are.
Here with TJ Berger and Ryan Pettit. Ryan, you had no shot attempts in that first half. What opened up for you to have a total of 8 points off the bench in the second half?
I don't really look for my own shots. I just let the game come to me, and I got good teammates, so I know if I'm open, they're going to find me. But, offensively, I'm not really looking to do too much offensively. I'm just letting the game come to me, and if I'm open, I'm open, and I'm going to shoot the ball.
And for TJ, 3-game winning streak, something that you guys didn't have once at all last season. How good does that feel?
It feels great, especially starting the season so slow like we did. Getting into league play, getting our first 3-game winning streak is huge for us.
And now joined by head coach Mike Brown. Coach.
Mike who?
Mike Jordan, excuse me. And coach, you guys held Holy Cross to just 48 points. It's the second straight game that you guys have held your opponents to 50 or less. What does that just say about your defensive intensity?
Defense, offense wins championships. Games, defense wins championships. So we talk about all the time that we need to get better on defense. And the guys did a good job today. Cam and Sean and Coach McGarvey put together a great scout, and the guys stuck to the script, and they were able to get some stops, and we rebounded the ball well. And it was, that's sometimes you got to win ugly, and if you can hold teams to 50 and under, that's great.
Yeah, it seemed like in that second half things were starting to get away, but then you guys go on a 21-3 run over a span of 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Just to hold your opponent to 3 points for about a 10-minute span is already crazy enough. Like, what did you guys see defensively out there from you guys that allowed you guys to just hold them to that point deficit?
Defensively the focus was Gates. Being in the gap on him whenever he got the ball, not letting him get anything easy. They had a couple other guys who made some tough shots, but once we started staying in front of their drives, especially driving middle, we took a lot of their stuff away.
Ryan, what did you see from you guys out there defensively?
Yeah, I thought early in the first half we were getting driven by a lot, which led to them just getting easy buckets and them staying in the game. And we knew that if we were able to string together stops for a good amount of time, we were going to be able to score on the offensive end because that's not our worry. So as long as we can get stops and make sure that we're cutting off straight line drives, I think we're going to be all right.
Guys, thank you. This is a Lafayette team that is being proven by their defense. First time in a single season in over a decade that they have held their opponents 3 different times to less than 50 points. Gary and John, back to you.
Well, and the other stat that holds true is the last time Holy Cross won here was 2014. They didn't win here today, John. Let's take a look at the highlights of today's ball game. Plenty of them.
Yeah, a well-played game, Gary, especially defensively. Watch Caleb Kenny way up on the half hook right there. And, Holy Cross has some pieces. There's a nice interior bounce pass. Josh Rivera finding Juster Vanderbond. And then Jarrell Gates. I mean, he had his double-double, Gary, but relatively quiet. And really, Lafayette made him work for everything. Lafayette did a really nice job of moving the basketball. That time you saw Kyle Jenkins finding C.J. Fulton. Whenever Holy Cross did miss an assignment defensively, Lafayette made them pay. Nice little ball movement right there. Movement without the ball by Josh Rivera. And the flush, and boy, how about the Caleb Kenny again with the flush. This young man right here, what can you say about him? The numbers don't jump out at you, but when he came in the game, let's first of all talk about that nice pass from Leo O'Boyle to Kyle Jenkins. That was T.J. Berger going to the bucket. That was the dagger right there. T.J. Berger steps back, hits the 3, but, we only had the one highlight of Ryan Pettit. I'm telling you, Gary, you mentioned it. When he came in the game, everything changed.
And then at the other defensive end, he got 2 charges that took the ball away from Holy Cross. He certainly helped turn the tide in this one. As you look at the final numbers, Lafayette shot the ball well. They shot well from beyond the arc. They rebounded well. Turnovers, they've done that all year long very well. And obviously, John, 48 points by the Cross. That's good defense.
Gary, 2 things. Number one, Lafayette takes good care of the basketball, 9 turnovers. Now, the turnovers were even for the better part of this game, but near the end, when things got tight, Lafayette was able to turn them over. Remember, 2 or 3 charges taken by Pettit were turnovers as well. So Lafayette plays tough defense. You heard Mike Jordan mention winning ugly. Well, I don't know about you, but I've never experienced an ugly win. They feel pretty damn good. And Lafayette really toughed it out. I think what he meant by that is you got to win the games that you have to grind out. They grinded it out tonight.
John and I announce ugly, I know that. But there you get a look at some of the individuals. As there you see Berger with 19 points, TJ 1 shy of his career high, Leo with 15, but Ryan Pettit with 8, and they were a very important 8. Jarrell Gates, as John mentioned, 12 points, 12 rebounds, Montgomery 10, and Batchelder with 11. But overall, they did a great job on Batchelder. They did a great job on Gates. And if you do that, you're going to beat this team.
Yeah, those are the two. And again, you heard Mike Jordan talk about the scout that was done. And obviously, people who know your opponent, you know that Jarrell Gates and Will Batchelder are the guys that make this team go offensively. Lafayette's defense made life very difficult for them tonight.
No doubt about it. The women, by the way, are down right now by 15 in the second half. We'll see the women on Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. John and I are in our pajamas, so make sure you please tune in. Thanks to John Sabino and his television crew for a job very well done. Certainly a nice job on the sidelines today by Hayden Bandel. And my thanks as always to John Leone. We will be back with you Wednesday morning for all of us on the Lafayette Sports Network. We say goodbye. I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.